Hey there everyone, I'm Lauren, an APQS sales rep and educator, and I want to talk to you a little bit today about doing a design in a border. Now I know so many of you love doing feather fills, but the hardest part about doing feathers can often be spacing in a border. How far do we put that spine where we need it to go so that our feathers can go in there and fill fluidly? And then also, how do I get around a corner? So let's practice doing that and see if I've got any great tips for you that can help you take your feathers into those borders and work them with ease. So you can see here I have made a 6-inch border and I've marked my middle and I've marked my 45 into the corner. Okay, we're just going to go around these quilt blocks and we're going to quilt some feathers. But the first thing I'm going to do is I don't want to quilt feathers up a straight line. And I don't want to guess at where my feather kind of arch needs to go. So I'm actually just going to try to draw an even line. There is a more mathematical approach to this if you want it. But try to get your arches to be similar distances away. They don't have to be perfect and they don't have to be the same. Okay, anything you're not using, draw an X on. But they just have to kind of flow in similar fashions around the curve. Okay, so there you go. You can see nobody's perfect. All right, so we are going to use this outside arch here. I'm just going to start to the outside of the arch. And I'm going to show you how to go around a border. All right, so we're going to start our first one off as a hook and not a complete feather. Many people like to stitch their spine first. You absolutely can. I think it's a lot easier to find your way to a spine more evenly than it is to try to meet the mark on a drawn pen line. As you're approaching the top of where your corner is going to be, the goal is to get one of your feathers into the corner as much as possible. So we'll stop this one here. I like to have the feather that's in the corner be the one that bumps back and around, because oftentimes it's the longest feather and I don't want to have to get it all the way up in there. Position my feet. Now, if you're mega brave or you're good at backtracking, you can come back down the middle if you want. If you're not amazing at backtracking, it can really cut off some beautiful feathers. It takes about 5 seconds to stitch and about 3 hours to rip out. Okay, so now we're back at the beginning. I really should find some threads to cut that. I'll just rip it. Don't judge me. Okay, and then we're going to do our other feathers on the inside. Now these are mega far. Now with that 45-degree line, I usually try to get my curve to be kind of even with that, and you can see that mine isn't, but I try to respect it and not pass that line as I'm going through. Then as I get to the top, I'll curl it around. to pretend like we're doing feathers coming back up the border. And we're gonna meet those other feathers at the top. Now you see how I did an open hook? That gives me a lot more room for error as I'm marrying the two designs. Because if they don't quite match up just right, it allows me to go in there and tuck a feather if I need to, and when your threads match, this isn't something that you're really gonna notice. Finish it up if I don't make it. Okay, so I hope that those tips are helpful for you to get those feather designs completed and up and in your borders. Sorry about that line being a little confusing, but hopefully we got it all mapped out just right for you and you can see how you can make that happen. Thank you so much for joining me today for this quick tip on how to sew feathers in a border. I hope that getting down quilting and kind of finding your path and making your way around has been helpful for you, and you take a minute, throw something on your machine and get started quilting and practice and see how it turns out. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the APQS quilting channel above, and feel free to share in all of your Facebook quilting groups and other places so that you can help others on their feather journey and getting all those feathers in the borders. Take care and happy quilting, y'all. Bye!